think we'll make it under the bridge?
I don't know. We'll find out. From underneath, it doesn't look like it. That's for sure.
Not sure we'll make it. Don't like it. Don't like it. I have been to the US before, but I mainly visit tourist hotspots, so I wanted to get a better taste of what the country is all about and see whether the stereotypes are true. In Denmark and Sweden, where I've spent most of my life, we are just not as patriotic as they are in the US, and especially not as they are in Florida. But I was pleasantly surprised to see how the Americans are so proud of their country and their flag, and I kind of got into the act myself.
Being in Florida, we still weren't out of the hurricane box, so we sped our way north, helped by the Gulf Stream. We ended up covering 700 nautical miles in 3 days, a record I don't think we will ever beat.
We're doing a man overboard drill. It's actually Scott's hat overboard drill. And it's not a drill. Dead serious. It's the second time I've dropped the hat, so it's dead stupid too. But amazingly, Mia was able to see it. Alright, so I'm gonna go downwind of it. It'll come up on your port. Woohoo! Our crew has been saved.
Next up on the American patriotism tour was seeing something we definitely don't do in Denmark, flexing our military muscle for entertainment.
One po' shrimp and one chicken pizza.
A shrimp po' boy and a chicken pizza, yes.
Yeah.
Going healthy.
That is disgusting. And we definitely don't have portions like this back home.
How's your $15 euro?
Extremely bad.
Should we spend less?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Get free housing and
I actually felt quite conflicted about going to the airshow, because in Scandinavia we're talking about flight shaming, and even on Tengah we do everything we can to reduce our CO2 footprint. And this was kind of the opposite of that. But you can't deny that it's actually a good show, which most tourists don't get to see.
What's a heart? Right through it and make it another A. I have never seen anything like it. How impressive is that? Please save your videos. I need videos of this. Oh, Skip!
Since we were in the southern US, we kind of had to end the day with a good country music performance.
I had spent part of my childhood in the South, and one of my fondest memories was crab fishing with my family, so I wanted to relive a bit of my youth and show Mia what that was all about. We are using these amazing turkey necks, which Mia wanted to cook for dinner, but I confiscated because they smell so lovely. And we're gonna catch some crabs.
How did it smell?
Disgusting.
I think they were expired when you bought them even.
Oh
my god, it smells!
Isn't it how weird?
Get out from underneath the thing! Get over there! Go over there! Oh my god! I need to get by!
Oh my god!
This is
I wonder
gonna.
how some smells can travel upwind.
Why does it smell so good?
I guess it depends on your country of origin.
Fermented turkey necks.
Ah!
I'm gonna hurl.
So what are you doing?
We are attempting to entice the crabs with our 2-week expired turkey necks. Oh yeah, look at that slick coming off. Oh yeah. Could be wrong.
I cannot say I was impressed with Scott's crab fishing skills, and thankfully we had other food on board to make dinner.
And then came the surprise. Insurance rules forced us to be north of Florida during hurricane season, and now we had Dorian heading straight towards us.
The locals didn't seem too worried, but we still turned Tengah to face the predicted wind direction, and then did our best to secure our home.
Dorian's tied down.
But after that's done, there's really not too much you can do except to check the lines and hope.
You see the first band, the hurricane coming through.
We didn't get too many shots of Dorian itself, but honestly for us it wasn't too big a deal. There was some localized flooding, but honestly we've been out sailing in way stronger winds. I was most excited about the next part of our tour of America, visiting the places that Scott lived most of his life, California. But okay, I don't know who came up with the stereotype of warm, sunny California. That's definitely not the case in San Francisco. The image of huge but unhealthy and tasty desserts is definitely true though. Having had enough of the city, we headed up to the mountains to Lake Tahoe. And again, my image of warm sunny beaches and lakes was shattered pretty quickly.
It's very cool, you should try it.
No, thank you.
The area is stunning and it reminds me a bit of the Alps in Europe. After Lake Tahoe, we headed south to what I heard is the most beautiful national park in California, Yosemite, or what I started out calling Yosemite. In Yosemite, I saw the biggest trees I have ever seen in my life. Denmark is a really flat country, so I think that has to be my excuse for being so afraid of heights, something we've shown in other videos too.
Good? Nice and fun?
But most often you get rewarded when you face your fears, and I also made Scott buy me ice cream afterwards.
But we missed Tengah, and I'm sure she missed us, so we hopped on a plane and crossed the country.
Do you think we'll make it under the bridge?
I don't know. We'll find out. From underneath, it doesn't look like it, that's for sure. These little damn lights are hanging down low, so I don't know if the... two things. I don't know if the height that they tell us is for the bridge or for those lights. And then our mast is 21 meters, and I don't know if that's the mast or does that include the antennas also. I guess we'll find out.
Not sure we'll make it. Don't like it, don't like it. Uh-oh. There's like a rope hanging down.
Despite a forecasted gale, which resulted in a regatta being canceled, we set off on a 3-day trip up the Potomac River to Washington, D.C. Tengah, the tank that she is, barely noticed the strong winds. The best anchorage there can only fit 4 boats, and we didn't hear great things about the marinas where Tengah could fit, so it was a bit of a race, because we knew of a few other boats headed the same way. And when we showed up, we literally took the last spot. This is the wharf. We are the dirty cruisers anchored out about half a mile over there. And we just cruise in every day, check out the museums, check out the city.
We won't bore you with too many shots of the tourist sites in DC, but I have to admit that the museums and the monuments were better than anything I've ever seen before, and most of them were free. And with a stroke of luck, we were there to watch the home team play in the World Series finals. And I'm still confused to why they call it a World Series when it's only the US and Canada playing. And I never got around to understand the rules. But it was awesome to experience the energy from the crowd.
With the weather getting colder and the overlap of the end of the hurricane season in the Caribbean and fall storm season on the East Coast, we had to time our departure perfectly. We've heard other circumnavigators say that the East Coast to the Caribbean passage was their worst, and with storm fronts coming every few days and the forecast changing every 12 hours, we had to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. When the first snowfall came, we headed south to the mouth of the Chesapeake to prepare for the passage.
In our next episode, we embark on our first passage over 1,000 miles with just the two of us, and it turned out to be our worst so far.